Guys, hope you're all keeping well. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to convert a drum audio track into MIDI using EZBass. Yes, you heard me correct, EZBass. And I have to move quite quickly because I've lost two videos today making this. I may have to split it into two. So let's get on with it, okay? Insert our drums track. Now, this is the drums that we are going to convert to MIDI. I'm not. We will be using it for reference, and but we won't be doing any processing to this track. Okay, right click in the TCP, insert virtual instrument on new track, and we want EZBass. Okay, give it a moment to load. And that should be okay. Right, go to your audio tracker tab. If you have EZBass, that is, select an audio file, open. Now we want to insert the exact same drum track that we inserted a moment ago. And we are going to this option, percussive audio to bass MIDI, and hit OK. You will see it renders all the MIDI on one single note, this C4 here, but you will see it's C5 inside Reaper, MIDI nonsense. Okay, go to the right hand corner, this little window here, and drag it up onto your EZBass track. Now we can actually remove EZBass. We don't need it any longer. Get it out of the way. Drag our MIDI back. We aren't recording any MIDI. We can knock that off. If you don't have the snap tool engaged, snap enabled, you can go to the first hit on your audio track, somewhere here, and you will see that the MIDI is slightly ahead of the audio. Let's give it a random color. Yeah, that'll do. You have to be careful here so as not to select both tracks. You'll see that's selected. You shift and drag on this track. You have moved what's in the container. You haven't moved the container. The container's still in the same place. What's in the container has moved slightly. I hope that makes sense. Okay, double click your MIDI track to enter the editor, like so. We want to see all our nice hits in here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. We don't need to see velocity information, anything like that really at this point. Get that playhead out of the way for a moment. You will see this is what I was talking about. In EZBass it was C4, in Reaper it's C5. Don't worry about it. No, we're on C5. We want to go down to C2 because that's where our kick drum lives. Okay, so if you hit T, you can transpose it by -2 octaves, hit OK, and then do it again and transpose it by -1 octave. Okay, now we should be sitting at the required C2. Let's see how accurate we are still. Go to the beginning of your audio track and you will see that the MIDI track and the audio track are synchronized. Let's have a quick listen. No. First of all, we won't have a quick listen. You will learn to recognize the different sorts of hits. Like, because I've done it once or twice, I know that this is a kick and I know this probably a snare with something else happening. And the kick lives on C2 and our snare lives on this one here, D2. but we haven't engaged a sampler yet. So let's bring in a sampler. Okay, Stephen Slit, go to create, and we're on the instruments, and we'll bring in this guy. Okay, that's fine. Put him away for a moment. Now, quite often, I won't say all of the time, but about 90% of the time, you will find that the snare is the highest velocity. And where you've got a snare roll, for instance, I know this is a snare roll in here, it won't have a very high velocity, but where it's a single hit, they normally have quite the highest velocity. You can nearly bet your bottom dollar that this is a snare. So let's bring it up to the snare. Snare, snare, snare. This is a rocky, punky track, and you will notice that it settles into a pattern. Watch, kick, kick, snare. And a very important um, keyboard shortcut here is Control and Shift, and then drag it. You can't move horizontally, you can only move vertically, so you can't go out of time. And these are all kick, kick, snares. Okay, you see this little blue one here? Really a hi-hat, but let's keep moving. Kick, kick, snare. I'm holding Shift and Control at the same time, so as not to move sideways. We haven't listened to this yet. There are little snare fills and a couple of hi-hat hits. But you see, kick, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Let's keep going just for a moment. I just want you to see how accurate this is. That's a kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Remember, the dark orange and red ones are very likely to be a snare. He says, until you see one that has got a low velocity, that might need to come up a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Let's play the two of them together and we'll see how accurate they are. We just started here. That's a snare. I haven't done this one. Snare, snare. I'm guessing there's a little snare roll type thing in here. This is another snare. And if you're not sure, you can always go and check on the timeline over here to see what the hit looks like. This one here. Look, right on a snare. Control Shift and lift it up. We go to a section that we've done already. Once you've done this a couple of times, you will learn to recognize what these other hits are. We won't. It would be too much time for me to do all these. Like I said, I'm guessing this is a snare roll. We could have a quick listen to it. Okay, you hear that? We start here. And it is extremely accurate, believe it or not. I didn't spend too much time going through all these smaller hits. You can do that. And don't try to do it all in the first pass. Sort out your kicks and your snares, and things will start to become familiar. You will see patterns and you will see like the hi-hat hits. And I think we're doing quite okay for time. Shall we continue for a moment or two? Right, I'm going to go just with the ones I recognize, and we'll see if it settles into a pattern that we can do it again. There we go. Look, kick, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. That's a hi-hat kick. Probably a little fill in here. We know this is a snare. Bring it up. Snare. It could be a little fill in here. Move along. Just do what you know in the first pass. Let's see where we are. I would advise against using, you could do like a select, 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 but I found I always make a mistake when I do it. Look, this is what happens. I forget to deselect the previous one when I do it like that. And I've just moved it off the timeline. So remember to deselect the previous one and Control Shift to move it up to its proper position. Quite a lot of snares going on there, but you see, like places like this, kick, kick, snare. That's kick, 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 snare. And there's kick, kick, snare. There's another one. And there's another one. And there's another one. And there's another one. And there's another. And there's another. I'm not sure about this one. That might be, there's one or two heavy kick hits. It might be that one there. Let's put that one back down. We'll put this one up. It sort of makes sense. Don't try and do it all in the first hit. Do it in a couple of passes. Learn what's going on. And you will start to, you will be able to move quite quick. And we'll just do a little accuracy test here. And again, we're just going to have a listen to where we know is we haven't got lots of little hits in there that we haven't got to yet. So let's have a little listen to this. And I can hear in my headphones that that is very accurate. Perhaps I will, for the second part of the video, I will go through each of the hits and separate them all and let you hear what the whole thing sounds like. But for the time being, we'll just leave it like that because I have a feeling I'm going to run out of time again in a moment. So I'd like to thank you all for popping by again, and I'll see you very soon with part 2. Okay? Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye bye.